The golden era of Flash cartoons was absolute madness. You had series like Zhao Zhao showcasing high-octane, Matrix-style stick fights, games like Interactive Buddy giving the world its most famous punching bag, and stuff like Pico School, which just made everybody mad. But in between all that, one cartoon laid in the underground, filling the space between old-school internet wackiness and new-school rock operas.
I am the Radiskull, I will kill you one by one. I am the Radiskull, little honey, I will kill you just for fun.
Radiskull and Devil Doll was released when Halo was good, and represents a total shift from what Flash cartoons were best known for. While many cartoons at the time were standalone and made for maximum shareability, Radiskull and Devil Doll took a story-based approach to the show. It wasn't a long series, maybe about 8 episodes or so. It really required you to see everything that had come before it to really make any sense of the plot. There wasn't anything like it. You gotta realize, at this point, the height of Flash animation was stuffing a frog in a blender and watching him get ripped to shreds while he made snide comments about how much of a pansy you were.
Wow, what a pansy.
Our cartoon that actually required the viewer to invest in not just its characters, but in the world and story itself? That was unheard of. And then you had the totally original music and songs that were incorporated into it as well. So right then and there, you knew it was something totally unique. So was the wish of Joe Sparks, the creator of Radiskull, and it was all the better for it. The show revolves around two creatures from hell, Radiskull and Devil Doll, best friends whose main goals in life are to cause trouble, eat like kings, and spit hot rhymes. Every episode featured an original song composed and performed by Joe himself. And they weren't short throwaway tracks either. They even had that obligatory rap verse that was so common with songs back then.
I bit the head off a dove in the tunnel of love.
And they always started in the same way.
Now it's time to kick it. Now it's time to kick it. I want to kick it now.
These songs are the reason that you watch the show. New metal songs sung by demons.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, how do you like that elevator pitch, huh? I always think of them like a PG Limp Bizkit, but way cooler than Limp Bizkit could ever be. It's clear that there's been a ton of passion and love put into them, and they have that sort of homegrown indie feel with them. They're just gleaming with that, soaking it all up. Some of them are genuinely catchy as well.
Very bad, very sad, disgusting. Halloween, have a very
The production is pretty diverse as well, often incorporating turntable scratches, tight drum patterns, a deep bass, and filthy guitar sections. You can tell that Joe had a lot of fun recording these, and it gives such a wonderful energy to the verses. The only downside is that you can tell that there's been a lot of compression and data loss due to the Flash conversion, and the dynamic range of the songs is nowhere near its full quality. Like, this is not a CD. This is not going to be something that you can bump on your MP3 player or listen to Spotify or anything like that. I'd kill for a full vinyl of this, or even some FLAC files to see how bright these tracks really shine. The show started as a Monster of the Week style, with each episode being its own self-contained adventure. Devil Doll and Radiskull raising hell during Halloween, hanging out in hell sipping coffee, and just generally being miscreants no matter what.
Mother Nature's candy. Does your mommy let you play with fire?
I am the Radiskull, and I will kill you all.
I love the relationship between these two as well. The way that Devil Doll looks up to Radiskull and always tries to impress him is the cutest thing ever. They got a real mice and men feel about them, with Radiskull being dumb as a bag of bricks, and Devil Doll being the voice of reason that keeps them together.
Yo, Devil Doll, how's it going, little guy?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. How about you?
Radiskull has a real love for his tiny compatriot, and you can always get that feeling that they have each other's back no matter what. That's proven throughout the series. When I first watched the show, I was absolutely terrified of Radiskull, this giant disembodied head that nonchalantly floats around and threatens to slaughter everybody as pure nightmare fuel. That single-track mind combined with his voice gave me the Ghiblies like I wouldn't believe. In the episode Halloweeny, he accidentally eats a bowl of fruit and immediately spits it out. Before that, he says the one line that I still quote to this day after eating a bowl of terrible ramen noodles.
Something bad in bowl.
I say this in his voice too, which is quite concerning to the other people at the table. I spare them the projectile vomiting though, I do have some class. It's at episode 3 that the true plot comes through, revolving around Devil Doll and his love for Candy Angel. The love is forbidden from both heaven and from Radiskull himself, with Devil Doll being extremely concerned that Radiskull will destroy Candy if he finds out that they want to be together.
Oh, Angel.
No! Radiskull! No! No! No!
And Candy being concerned that God will send her into exile for fraternizing with demons. Radiskull's fear of Devil Doll finding another best friend is his own worst nightmare, and much like Devil Doll, he doesn't want to live without him.
This angel is my friend, and she won't hurt you, Radiskull.
Radiskull is Devil Doll's friend. Radiskull.
You are my best friend, Radiskull, in all of Hades.
It's also revealed that Rad has had prior encounters with angels, and they've soured his impression of him quite a bit. Though to be honest, I think him being a flaming skull from hell is probably reason enough. We're also introduced to a new character, a demon named Nikki, who wants Devil Doll for herself and will do anything to keep him away from Candy.
Look at me. Look at me.
This chick is nuts. Though I suppose if you're a hellspawn and you want to keep your love slave by any means necessary, morality basically goes out the window. And I mean, she doesn't make me feel some sort of way, man, I'm just saying.
Yes.
Candy soon finds a weapon to break into the gates of hell and be together with Devil Doll, but Nikki is not far behind, and waiting to spring her attack, only to be taken down with the power of cotton candy.
Have some candy.
But it's with Nikki's final breath that she pierces a voodoo doll that she made of Devil Doll and sends him falling down the rocks of hell into oblivion, all while Radiskull senses his pain and rushes to his rescue. I won't tell you how it ends, because it doesn't. There's no ending, the show was cancelled, and that's the worst thing about this. It was never fully finished. We never find out if Candy and Devil Doll come together, we never find out if Radiskull and Devil Doll remain best friends, and we never got that big final rock finale opera that I wanted to see. I mean, the whole show was leading towards that, having a giant musical number at the end, and we never get any of that. I don't know if Shockwave just ran out of money, or Joe wanted to do something else, but it leaves such a bittersweet feeling in your mouth. Joe Sparks made all of these episodes for a site called Shockwave.com, probably the most successful Flash site of all time, next to Newgrounds. If there was a new game or cartoon that your cousin's cousins forwarded you on your Earthlink account or messaged you on AOL Instant Messenger, it probably came from Shockwave. It was massive. However, unlike Newgrounds, Shockwave was quite advertiser friendly. They had brand deals with major companies, had tons of ads running on the site, and didn't host any porn or hentai whatsoever, making them far from Newgrounds' typical audience. I have no doubts that Joe probably became a millionaire from the show. Early internet companies made a lot of money. I mean, racks on stacks on everything, right? Gangbusters, and I'm sure he got his fair share. Radiskull and Devil Doll is such a great part of internet history and holds up quite well today. Its silly and innocent tone really separated it from the over-the-top edginess that early Flash was known for, and cemented itself pretty much in my heart from Genesis. Its hell-infused spin on Romeo and Juliet remains timeless to this day, and those rock tracks still bump in my head. The series may have been cancelled, but every time I eat a candy bar, I'll be thinking of that giant, goofy floating skull. Something bad in bowl.
Wow, what a pansy.